guys, Bloodmoon Bobby here, and to reiterate, the FCC has repealed net neutrality in a 3-2 vote, and the biggest spearheader, and now 24/7 dodger of controversy, even controversy to the extreme which he should not be involved in, is FCC Chairman Ajit Pai. To which he made a video that was on the Daily Caller where he said, "Oh, don't worry, you can still put up your foodie pictures and your Harlem shakes and whatever the hell you kids do these days, even though you might have to pay for them in the future, and my video does not address fast lanes." So of course, there was a huge backlash. People that are on both sides of all political sides, including Republicans, Democrats, and the majority of the American people want net neutrality put back. And it's fair to assume that Ajit Pai wanted it to go because he wants to help the ISPs. He used to be a lawyer for Verizon, so I'm sure repealing it helped them out a ton. Yay, Ajit, you bought not an FCC chair, loser. So, yeah. Well, now Tennessee, the Republican Tennessee representative, Marsha Blackburn, is proposing her legislation to try to bring net neutrality back in a very half-hearted way. It is called the Open Internet Preservation Act, and what it basically would put in place is that it would prohibit the FCC from blocking and throttling content. So basically, the ISPs wouldn't be allowed to, let's say, Comcast wouldn't be allowed to block users from using, let's say, the HBO Go app or Hulu or YouTube in order to force users to make them use their triple play package service or something, or their internet service, basically. However, this only solves half of the problem. So, as much as, yes, one of the issues with net neutrality is that it would allow ISPs to block content, the Open Internet Preservation Act, Blackburn's legislation, would still let them pursue fast lanes and slow lanes. So basically, if, let's say, a website like Netflix and Hulu will be able to pay money to get faster speeds. However, smaller websites like, let's say, a competitor to Netflix would not be able, if they can't pay the fees, you're going to have trouble accessing the website. As a matter of fact, back in the day, I believe Netflix did have some slowdown issues, and they had to pay up to the ISPs in order for users to be able to get better speeds to access Netflix. So yeah, so this legislation is getting a ton of backlash. In fact, I had to when I was doing the research for this video, I had to try my best to just look for articles that weren't just straight up bashing this bill. I was trying to look up the straight up information, and I was able to. But if you go on like Google News, for instance, this bill is getting a ton of backlash. A lot of people are saying that Blackburn is bought out, and that this is only going to allow net neutrality in name. And my take on it is, it's a very half-hearted attempt to bring net neutrality back. Like, if, let's say, in an imaginary scenario, if I got held up at gunpoint unless I answered the following question, which is, would you rather have Ajit Pai throw net neutrality out, or would you take Blackburn's legislation? I would take Blackburn's legislation, but again, it wouldn't solve the issue. It wouldn't prevent the ISPs from creating fast lanes and saying, "Hey, you gotta pay up to get faster speeds. Oh, hi, you're a Netflix? Oh, thank you for the money. You can get speeds. Oh, what's this? You're Netflix's competitor. You're like the next VidMe," which, yes, I know VidMe is closing down, but you're a VidMe-like website. Oh, you're a small company that probably is not even listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Well, you're screwed. So, yeah. I honestly can't get too angry over this, because it's better than Ajit Pai's total throw out of net neutrality, but it's still a very like I keep saying, a half-hearted attempt. A true net neutrality legislation would have to prevent the ISPs from creating fast and slow lanes. Because at the end of the day, if you're gonna have so much trouble accessing the website where it's gonna take like 30 seconds to even minutes to access it, what are you going to do? Are you going to, especially if you're really tired at the end of the day and you just want to, as they say, Netflix and chill, what service are you going to use? The one where you're going to have to wait to watch your movie, or the one where you're going to have, where you can access it pretty easily, especially since, internet speeds these days are, pretty quick. You can get to a website almost instantaneously nowadays, So that's how I feel. And I just wanted to say that I'm glad as far as I know, the pro net neutrality supporters are so far been pretty pretty reasonable, obviously advocating net neutrality, but at the same time I haven't heard too many stories about people that are like, you're in the middle, you're part of the opposition, And I feel that's one of the benefit of net neutrality not being a partisan politics issue, which in my opinion, net neutrality, it's a matter of the people speaking against the corporations. It's not a matter of what team are you on. And because of that, people are able to fight for net neutrality more rationally, I mean, obviously there's things like when Anonymous docs.jeetpie, they took down the information, but things like that, what are they gonna do? I mean, when doxing Ajit Pai, all it is a scare tactic, and obviously it's not going to work, especially since when you look at things like Chairman Pai is one of those, he was saying, oh, I got a ton of comments supporting net neutrality, I'm not gonna listen to you guys. And then there was the thing where there was a bomb threat when they were having the vote on December 14th, and even though bomb threat, thank God, didn't happen, he was still like, bomb threat, let's move on, let's get rid of it, So, yeah, so the gist of it all is that Blackburn, if she watches this video, I'll give you some credit that this bill would stop the ISPs from blocking content, but there needs to be it needs to go the whole way where the ISPs can't have fast and slow lanes. So yeah, so try again, basically. So that's all. This has been Blood Moon Bobby, and thanks for watching or listening. Hey guys, this has been a Blood Moon Bobby video. Please like this video or dislike it, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.